Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday to all. How are you doing? How's everyone doing here? Happy Sunday. Who do we have here? Hi, Sonia. Hi, Shrishti. How are you? Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Charlene. Birdseye. Caroline. Geo. How's everyone today? How are you all doing? Happy Sunday to all. So apologies for the back and forth going to 5 p.m., noon, 5 p.m., but uh, my obligation was canceled, so I was able to come back at noon. So I'm happy. I'm happy to be here with you guys at noon. There we go. Back at noon. Ready to go. Fresh and ready to go. How was your week, guys? How was your week? Hanging in there? Yeah. Not easy. Not easy. You guys already put your You guys already put your questions in? When I see the chat freezing with not much movement, I figure everybody already put their questions in. We're going to wait a couple of minutes just to let everybody pop in, okay? So you have a minute. It's been a ride, Charlene. Oh boy, yeah. Um yeah, it's 2026, but I do feel like 2026. You know what? I feel like pulling a couple of cards for you guys, just this energy for the chat, okay? For members. Let's see what we have as general energies. Look at that. We have the Fool. I'm looking at the chat at the same. Nice here. Yeah. No, it's not easy. The energies are not easy. So we have the Fool. Ooh, this just popped out. And the Page of Wands. You know, believe in yourself, guys. Believe in going and venturing out of your comfort zone. This is about growth. This is really about growth. Emotional growth, look at that. Emotional growth, spiritual growth, understanding, freeing yourself from certain ways, freeing yourself from certain energies that have been tying you down for a while. This is the Fool. The Fool is, the number 0, starting from scratch. But starting from scratch because you have a whole new energy within you, a whole new vibe within you, and to be able to conquer the world. So this is also um, a new way of seeing yourself, a fresh new way of feeling. I don't want to say younger, but it's a new version of yourself. It's the beginning, and it's the beginning where all possibilities are available, where you believe in yourself and you believe in conquering your fears, your doubts, and stepping into the world with much more confidence. You know, your potential is huge. And I do feel like sometimes we don't really, we don't, we fear. We fear a lot. Oh, let me pull this down. We fear a lot. Right? And so This is about learning to trust yourself. Now, it doesn't mean it's, for job, career. Yeah, it can be. But this is trusting yourself in life and trusting, you know, that trusting the universe, listening to your intuition, listening to your inner guidance, and really having faith as you engage with life choices, life difficulties, challenges, decisions, family, again, mind, body, and soul, relationships, families, dynamics, decisions we have to make within all that. Um, the more you let go of, those difficulties, those energies you feel you need to hang on to at all costs, because that's how you connect to life, and that's how you've done it up to now. That's your surroundings, your family, your siblings, your partner, your kids, your parents. Well, sometimes um it's important to surrender to the now, right now, who you are right now, what you're feeling right now. And the dynamic changes. It's your choice. It's always your choice. It's always free will, free choice. Is it easy? No. Do we have to make tough decisions? Yes. Do we face situations that we don't want, we don't agree with, that are really, really weighing on our shoulders that we don't want to deal with? Yes. But it's always your choice. It's always in the now. The more potential you will allow into your path, the more strength you have to believe in yourself and grow and push forward without remaining attached to those same energies that you've always been in, the ones you're used to, your comfort zone. And when I say comfort zone, it doesn't mean comfortable. It means what you've been in up to now, what you lived through, what you've believed in, what you've settled for up to now. Here with the Fool, we have an energy as if you were experiencing life for the first time. Anything's possible. Everything's open to you. The choice is free for you. Free will, free choice. You can do whatever you want in the world, right? And it sounds simplistic. Of course it sounds simplistic. You're going to tell me, Card Minds, really? Really? I can do whatever I want. I'm just going to, do whatever I want whenever I want. That's not what I mean. What I mean is centering yourself in what is essential for you, for your well-being, for your personal well-being, not your family, not your kids. Of course they're essential and, yes. But in the moment, the choices you make have to be about you, solely about you. Particularly if you're confronting, if it's difficult, if you're not seeing the light, if you're, it's weighing on you and, things are going on that you don't agree with, that you're trying to figure out and trying to find balance and calm and stay serene as you make decisions, right? Open up to the world around you. You will gain more energy. You will gain more power. And sometimes we have to separate ourselves from some energies, and it's really difficult. But at the same time, it brings you a certain well-being that maybe you've been trying to find for a long time. And the choices are not obvious, and the choices are not easy. Here we have the Page of Wands, right? Exploring new. New. Enthusiasm. Being curious. Being inspired. Discover. Getting out there, looking at other things, doing other things. And then we have the Two of Wands, planning your future, choosing your path, choosing who you are and what is important for you at this moment and how you're going to be able to move forward. The need to open up to the world, the need to see the world, to discover, whatever that means for you, whatever discovering the world means for you. Maybe it means just, getting out and breathing a breath of fresh air and going and having a coffee with someone you haven't seen in a long time, or discovering new neighbors, new friends, new connections, or new people at work, and just having different conversations and navigating different energies rather than staying in that same fishbowl. It can be that, but it can also be choosing, to live somewhere else, or waking up in the morning and having different desires and navigating different energies because you're anchoring yourself in different energies in 2026. So, yes, that's what I have for you today. I know you guys already put your questions in. That's why you're not chatting. I know. I know you guys. I know you guys. So it doesn't matter. It's not gonna. I know. The quicker the better, and the quicker you get your reading, and the quicker you're out of here, and it's easy. I know. I get it. I totally get it. Anyway, that's what I have for you. That was a little energy breather for the group and for members. Hello, everyone who just popped in, or did I already say no? Charlene, yeah. I already said hello to everybody, right? Oh, Kevin, hi, how are you? All right, so for anyone that's watching outside of the chat, wondering what this is all about, how you can get a tarot reading, yes, you can get a tarot reading today by joining membership. Click the join button down below, right next to the Card Minds logo, or click the join button. It says join membership on the top of the chat. You can click that. If that's something you're interested in and you want to get a tarot reading, that's how you can get a tarot reading. Join membership and you can get a tarot reading right away. How it works: pop yourself in the chat once you're a member, and I will give the go-ahead, which consists of 3 checkered flags. Once you see the checkered flags, that's why you see everybody wanting to ask questions here in the chat, right? Revving up, gearing up. The motor's on. The motor's on. Quicker in, quicker out. And so everybody it's fair game. Everybody puts their question at the same time once they see the checkered flags. I was just trying to let more people in before we start. And then the other thing is once I get the questions, whatever sequence the questions are in the chat, that is how I do it. You guys might have a different sequence in your chat. There's always a delay, so you probably don't have the same list I have. You might be first on yours and fourth on mine. That's the way it is. I just go with what I have. There's no reason for me to do it any other way, right? And the last thing, if you want to ask a question, make sure you put your question in caps, all in caps, with your zodiac sign. 1 or 2 lines, quick. If you need 3 lines because you don't have a choice, put 3 lines max. But don't put a novel in there, and just make sure it's in caps so I can find it easily if I need to go back to your question or back and find you in the chat. All right. So, and that's about it. And then, yes, it's wonderful if you can be there, present in the chat while I'm doing your reading. For me, there's a better connection for the reading. Every reader is different. For me, that's the way it is. But you don't have to. It's not mandatory. Obviously, I perfectly understand if you have other things to do, but hang out, here for 2-3 hours, because it does take a long time, and maybe you're not quite sure when you're going to get your reading. So you don't have to, but the energies flow better when you are in the chat. All right. So hope everyone is well and I didn't forget anybody. All right. Let's see what we got. Number 1, we have, hi Linda, how are you? How are you doing? Number 1, we have Vanessa. Number 2, Shrishti. Number 3, Kevin. Number 4, Geo. Number 5, Caroline. Number 6, Charlene. Okay, career. Number 7, Bird's Eyes. That's Sheila, right? Hopefully Sheila. Leo. Career. I'm proud of myself. I said Sheila before I read it, so proud of myself for remembering. Vanessa, we got this. Linda will be number 8. How are you doing, Linda? Sag, guidance on how to navigate financial challenges. Sonia. So number 8 is Linda. Oh, you're welcome, Kevin. Number 9 is Sonia. Sonia. Leo, will my daughter break up with her boyfriend? Okay. I remember you told me last time what their signs are, but just remind me again, Sonia. Daughter and boyfriend, zodiac signs if you can. You never saw the flags? Oopsie. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Well, guys, you know that you get your readings and you can come back to them anytime. So I have Sonia Leo on number 9, and I think that is it. So Sonia, remind me what the signs are for your daughter and her boyfriend, please. If you know. I know you already told me last time, so I believe that you know. All right. So here we go. So here's the list, guys. Vanessa, number 1, 2 Shrishti, 3 Kevin, 4 Gio, 5 Caroline, 6 Charlene, 7 Sheila, 8 Linda, 9 Sonia. That's where we stand right now. Remind anybody that pops into the chat that is a little late that say that we have 9. You know, I can usually fit a couple more, so just pass the word if anybody pops in and I'm reading and I don't see what's going on in the chat. You really need this reading? Yeah. All right, so here we go. Let me grab a little tea, hydrate. Okay, Pisces. Do you know what he is? Okay. Here we go. Just pop it in the chat if ever you know what he is. All right. Here we go. Vanessa, Sagittarius, general reading. Again, anybody watching, these are live tarot readings. You can get a live tarot reading if you want right now. There's still room. That doesn't happen very often. There's still a couple of spots, maybe 2. If anybody's interested, you can join membership. Click the join button down below, or click the join membership on the top of the chat. It says join membership. Pick a tier. You're good to go. You can get a tarot reading. All right. Remember, thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Not talking about you guys, but anybody watching, if you haven't subscribed yet, time to subscribe. We're trying to reach 50K in 2026, so please subscribe if you haven't yet, or check if you are still subscribed. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Everybody. There's only 7 thumbs up. Only 7 thumbs up. I guess it's only 7 people. All right, Vanessa. All right, Vanessa. Sagittarius, general. Let's see what we got. What do we need to know for Vanessa? Sagittarius. What does Vanessa need to know? Hold on, let me just go back up. Back up. Yeah. All right, here we go. Vanessa. What are the messages Vanessa needs to hear right now from the universe? Vanessa, what does she need to hear? Vanessa, Sagittarius, what does she need to know? You're hanging on to something. You're very much in control of something. Or are you very much in control of something? Or there's an Aries, a father figure, or someone very powerful, very, very controlling around you? That's what I'm feeling. So is this you taking charge, or is this someone very much in charge around you, very much controlling? Controlling in budget, hanging on to things, hanging on. We'll pull more cards on that. All right, let's keep going, Vanessa. What do we have? What are the messages here? What are the messages here for Vanessa, Sagittarius? That is stressing you out. Okay. So are you hanging on to this, or is someone very controlling? We'll see. We'll pull more cards. What is the message here for Vanessa? What are the messages that Vanessa needs to hear? Go back, or you're probably going to go back to what is essential for you. There's the calm after the storm here with the star. But I do feel like there's something that you're going back to, or going back to what is essential, or going back to what is nurturing for you. With the star card, I do feel like there's a reprieve after a stressful moment or challenges, right? And so, no matter what the challenges are, you got this. You are connected to loving energies, right? I really think you're going to be entering a more peaceful phase with calmer energy, more mental stability here. But before that, hope is coming back, and faith is coming back, and calm is coming back. But let's see what the believe in yourself. Why do we have the Emperor here? Who is this Emperor here for, this Emperor energy for Vanessa, Sagittarius? Oh, why is this so? Okay, sorry about that, guys. Why is this, who is this Emperor energy for Vanessa? Okay, so something's on pause, something is delayed. It feels like it's you're waiting for answers, or something is delayed. Okay, and you have the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Swords. You're going to want to be sharp on this. You're going to be wanting to be very sharp on decisions, or whatever it is that's delayed, or on pause, right? With this Emperor, again, can be a father figure, It can be someone powerful around you, someone older, or even a boss. It can be that. Um, you're going to want to really be very clear on where you stand and think sharply with this Emperor. There's a new beginning here after a pause, and the pause is to reassess where you are, reassess where you stand, financially, or in a controlling dynamic, or with someone that likes to control the dynamic, that likes to take charge, that is in charge. You're going to want to be very firm and very clear on where you stand. It's not about emotions right now. There might be emotions involved, but as you see, there are no cups anywhere. So this is about finances and your mind, intellectual, right? Your mind thinking about finances and thinking about how you are going to negotiate this and detach yourself emotionally and just go in there with a clear mind on where you stand. So when the hangman appears, that means that, you know, there's a pause to reassess, and that means that there's sacrifices that are needed, changes that are needed to be done, whether it be financially, whether it be with this person, whether it be about taking charge financially, and you know, not hanging on to energies or situations that are no longer serving you, or hanging on too tight, right? You do have the Ace of Wands. So here we are with the Queen of Swords. Being financially savvy, understanding money, being smart financially, making decisions with clarity and emotional detachment to protect your assets, to protect what you're moving forward, to protect your ideas, to protect your mental. Detach yourself emotionally. Again, whether it's from circumstances or situations that you feel controlled or manipulated, more controlled than manipulated. All right, so one more card here for Vanessa on this Hangman and on this Ace of Wands. There's a new beginning here. There's a breakthrough. Yes, look at that. This can be about family. This can be about nurturing an idea, nurturing a creative idea, wanting to blossom, wanting to bloom, right? The Empress is about understanding and understanding how you can nurture your ideas, or you can nurture your family and connect, right? So yes, it's about emotional detachment, but it's also about you and who you want to connect with and how and what you're going to nurture. That is what the Empress is all about. So you're in a period of growth. Again, like we stated in the beginning in the collective reading, right? You're in a period of growth where things that you've worked on before, whether it be emotionally, whether it be factual, career, things are going to come together, but it reflect. It's a moment of reflection on everything, on things that surround you, the life that surrounds you, the emotions, the energies that surround you. Offer gratitude for everything around you and what you've done so far, what you created so far. So you can then continue to build on that and nurture that and create even more, right? Allow yourself that time and space to really enter a different frame of mind. That's why you have the Hangman. That's why things are delayed, on pause, or you feel like it's going nowhere, or you're not getting the answers, or whatever it is, right? Ground yourself. right? This is about you changing your frame of mind and tweaking and understanding that you have to have a different perspective. I want to take one more card on this Empress. You're entering a calmer period, even though, yeah, look at that. You have the star again. So trust yourself. Again, Ace of Swords, all new direction, breakthrough, truth, new path, clarity, call it whatever you want. And then we have the star card, really, really believing in yourself and having this hope and this faith coming back, transforming something into reality, transforming an idea into reality. It can be a life idea, an emotional idea. It can be an intellectual idea, a career idea. You are going to be moving into something smoother. This is the calm after the storm. But yes, it's important to have a different perspective. All right, that's what I have for you, Vanessa. Hold on one second. Let me just get the heat off. It's too hot in here. Thank you, Vanessa, for letting me tap into your energies. All right, moving on to number 2. This is going to be Shrishti, Cancer General, and 1 card for career. Okay. Hi, Lucia. How are you? Yes, number 10. You're going to be number 10. So number 2 is Shrishti. I'm going to start Shrishti right now. 3, Kevin. 4, Gio. 5, Caroline. 6, Charlene. 7, Sheila. 8, Linda. 9, Sonia. 10, Lucia. And Sonia, you said your son, he doesn't want you to give up. Okay. No, I didn't see Red Angel. Hopefully she comes back. Boyfriend is Gemini. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. No, I didn't. Yes, and that's another thing, guys. Well, I think you guys know. You know, tarot readings are all about energies and suggestions, energies that are around you. But after that, it's your life, your decisions, you know, free will, free choice. You do whatever you want with the energies. And so tarot is not there to tell you what to do or to give you what you want. Tarot is there to, you know, it's like the weather. Tarot is there to give you the weather forecast. I always say that. And if there's a snowstorm coming in and you decide to take the road, you know, and, you know, it doesn't really matter, or you go out, you know, it's freezing cold and raining and you don't have an umbrella and you chose, you know, to not, whatever it is, right? Just chose to weather the storm and not listen to whatever the weather forecast, whatever. You make your own choices. These are just energies surrounding you. Right? It's not linear. Hi, Alta. Yes, Alta, you're going to be number 11. And that's probably going to be it. We'll see. Oh, goodness, too much stuff here. All right. Let's see what we have for Shrishti. Cancer, general, and career. All right, Shrishti. Did I miss anything else? What else? No, I don't have merch. I wish I did have merch. I wish I at one point I will, because I do like I like the logo, and I'd like to make t-shirts and caps and things like that with the logo, and I haven't gotten to that yet. I wish yeah. At least basics I would like. I'd like a little notepad and you know, something like that to journal. All right, here we go. Shrishti. What do we have for Shrishti? Cancer, general, and then I'll pull a card for career at the end. Shrishti. What do we have for Shrishti? The Fool. There's that Fool again. The Fool's been coming up a lot. And the Hangman as well. All right. Pause again, right? What's the hang up? What's the delay? One more card for Shrishti. Yeah. Feeling disillusioned, right? Or, I mean, I do feel like you have other options here. Something something you're waiting for is delayed, is on pause, right? You have to do it differently. Let's see what's on pause here. This Fool is about believing in yourself, remember, and starting something new. Again, a whole new journey. We're at 0, right? This Fool is about freedom and getting out of your comfort zone and getting out of that fear of judgment around you. So what is this delay here for Shrishti? Give me one card. No, this one. Okay. Give me one card on the Hangman, please. What is the delay for Shrishti, or the pause? Right? You're like, why is this not coming out? Why is this not? What are you waiting for? This is about your finances, being financially independent, being independent. Financially independent. It's been challenging. You've been working on something. You've been working, collaborating, building something. You're not alone. Is this your business? Or are you joining a business? Or you're collaborating on a subject, on a project, and you feel left out? Okay. You feel unsupported, left out, not getting your money, or not being, not communicating with you, with the money, not enough money, scarce, whatever this is. One more card on the 5 of Pentacles here. So there's a dynamic. I know it's general, but this does feel like a career here, where you're working on something with a team of people, or at least more than one person. Independently, you've made this choice, but now you feel unsupported, and you feel the gain, the money not coming in. You feel you have to prove yourself all the time, but persevere. I do feel like this is one more card here on the on the Nine of Wands. That's why it's on pause. Yeah, again on pause. There we go. So are you waiting for money? Are you waiting for them to put you back in the loop? Are you waiting to join this team? Are you waiting to collaborate, to work on this? Waiting for the job? This is, what is the Nine of Pentacles here about? What is the Nine of Pentacles here about? Your success, stepping into a new cycle. Yeah, done. Ten of Swords. I do feel like you ended a cycle or ended something, but it ended fair for you. In other words, what's fair for you, you will get. Getting what you deserve. Getting what you deserve is a deal or an answer or decision from courts, or you're making the decision, or the universe is making the decision, right? The justice is about getting what is fair for you. So if this is an agreement you're waiting for, it will be fair for you. Whatever you put out there will come back in. I do feel like it's the end of something. There's sort of a burnout there. You're sort of done with these people or done with this way of working. It's the end of a cycle. Not surprising, because we have the World card, which is stepping into a new cycle, stepping into a new successful cycle, but also understanding that there was a lot to learn here, a lot to integrate, a lot of information, a lot of experience, having to integrate all of this to put you into that next cycle. And that's why we have the Fool, starting from scratch, believing in yourself and going out into the world and rediscovering, or, you know, taking that leap of faith, but also getting out of your comfort zone. What is this Fool card all about? There's a decision that's made, right? Whatever it is. And again, the decision here with justice is whatever is fair for you. Three of Wands, very good, very good. So this new adventure is creative. You're getting an offer, or someone's contacting you to move forward on an idea. Three of Wands, it's promising. It's promising. So this new adventure you're going on, you're excited about it. It's completely new. First steps into the unknown. After smoke and mirrors, after, you know, feeling like there was a big blur between fantasy and reality here, I do feel like on the Fool here, you are moving into something new with the Page of Cups. I like this Page of Cups. This can be creative, doesn't have to. It might be small, but follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. It's taking you places. This has a big potential, and I do feel like it's really, really promising. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. And since it feels like it's career, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't have to pull another card for career. That's what comes out. That was Shrishti. Thank you so much, Shrishti. You're welcome. Number 3 is Kevin. Just want to go back to see. Stickers. Okay. Hi, Tina. All right. Tina is going to be number 12, and I think that is going to close the session. Tina, number 12. All right, so I think we're at 12 now, and that is probably for anybody that pops in. Just let them know that I believe 12 is going to close the session. Okay, what do we have for Kevin, Virgo? Hi, Kevin. You're welcome, Shrishti. Let's see what we got. Kevin, a Virgo. What do we have for Kevin, a Virgo? What do we have for Kevin, a Virgo? Kevin, a Virgo. The High Priestess, okay. Queen of Wands. Kevin, Virgo. What do we have for Kevin? What messages do we have for Kevin, Virgo? Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. Okay. Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. Money, 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 Kevin. Money, money, money. Here we go. All right. There's something that's been brewing beneath the surface here, right? Something you haven't addressed, or something that you're feeling is a little off, or follow your intuition. If there's something a little off, or something that you need to know, or that you're not aware of, or that people didn't tell you, or follow your intuition on something here with the High Priestess. A lot of feminine energy around you. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I do feel if this is you, but I also feel like a lot of feminine energy around you. This Queen of Wands, let's pull a card on the Queen of Wands. I'm laughing, not haha, but the Queen of Wands has been popping up a lot in these readings, and the Queen of Wands seems to be nothing to do with you, Kevin, but I do feel like this Queen of Wands is, there's a lot of energy here where, you know, the people are in their own ego. People are really, really in their own ego. All right, let's see what's going on. What is it that is not told to you? What is it that is held back, or, you know, that you felt but has not, you haven't seen clear on it yet, or haven't got a clear answer on it yet? All right, so what is this that you need to know of? Ooh, okay. Ace of Cups. Is this about love? Is this about love, or someone you're finally letting go of? An emotional attachment that you're finally letting go of? Is this a connection, an emotional connection that you're finally letting go of? And they're not aware, or you're not aware. I do feel like this is something tied to, you know, relationship, emotions. All right, one more card here on the Ace of, yeah, clearly. So is this a relationship with an Aries, Leo, Sag? Someone very charismatic, very into themselves, loves the limelight, loves to be the center of attention. Seems to me that there's a connection there, a relationship there, but we have the Death card, which tells me that you're letting it go, or you're understanding what to let go. What is the Death card here for Kevin? What is the Death card here for Kevin? What is the Death card here for Kevin? Remember to hit the like button, guys. If you haven't yet, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. What do we have here for Kevin? What is going on here, Kevin? Okay, ego, a lot of ego battle, disagreements. Everyone's in their own ego. Again, Aries, Leo, Sag, heavy Sagittarius as well, heavy Sagittarius. This is someone that loves life and that doesn't take life too seriously, or at least they don't really think before they make decisions. And this is someone that you connected with in the past, or this is someone you have emotional ties with the past. In the past, sorry. This is someone you've known. This is not someone random popping out of nowhere new. This is someone that you've known. Conflicts, ego conflicts, a lot of ego. All right, so you're done, you're surrendering, or they're surrendering. Who's surrendering here with the Death card? Who's surrendering? Are you surrendering? Yeah, this is about your family. This is about your family. So this is about your legacy, your money, your family. This is about also long-term legacy. So this can be someone part of your family, or an ex-partner you were with and that you're battling something with about money for the family, income, and your legacy, and you're done. When I say done, I do feel like, you know, it's an end of a chapter for you in this situation. Letting it go. Understanding that it's the end of a chapter. That's what the Death card is all about. Letting go. Letting go what is not serving you. Understanding that, you know, it's the death of a phase. And, you know, opening up to fresh. Closing the door. But to open another, like just putting the past behind, call it whatever you want, so you're ready to embrace the new energies. It's also about learning to let go, you know, unhealthy attachments, to, you know, pave the way to fresh new starts, deeper, with deeper meaning, right? More significant for you. Okay, well, that was good to unfold. All right, so now here we're talking about your financial independence. You just want to be happy with your choices, independent financially. Here you are, finding solutions. All right, so what do we have on these three cards? Really separate energies here. So I do feel like there's a sense of contentment of being independent and just being your own, in your own energy with your own choices. All right, so what is this Nine of Pentacles all about? Yeah, so you don't trust the person. and you're making this official. There's a certain agreement there, something signed, seen, sealed, delivered. Like you're not going to go there anymore, and you're making this official. So whether you're seeking guidance, or this can be judge, this can be court, this can be administration, there's something very, very official happening here. One more card here. Yeah, the battle, the battle, the battle, the battle. Waiting. This has been taking a lot of time to come to fruition, to get your money, or you've been really patient, really, really patient. This has been demanding a lot of patience, a lot of moderation, really step by step. But I feel like you're happy with where you stand and happy with your choices, comfortable with your choices. And here's the Page of Pentacles. So what is this? Who is this? What is this Page of Pentacles coming in here? I do feel like is this you? Let me change decks. Page of Pentacles for Kevin. And there's that Fool again. I'm telling you, everybody is getting the Fool. Every reading, the Fool is popping up. Trust yourself. You're going to go out and navigate all new energies. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself that you're going to go out and adventure and you can do anything out there. Back to that first reading and that collective reading. I keep saying that. This is something that is, important. It's like, it's very cute, not cute, haha, but you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, which tells me that it's almost like you're refreshed again and living life for the first time. Young, fresh, new energies. Exploring, ready to explore. And this situation here has really lifted weight off your shoulders. So now you can go and explore new ways. You're not gonna let that situation drag you down or block you from going and living your life, living your best life. So trust yourself along the way. There's a whole new adventure in front of you. You are exploring, you are starting something new. One more card here with the Fool. One more card with the Fool, please. Yeah, a new direction, a breakthrough, seeing things differently, thinking differently, all new, and you're disconnecting from the past. There we go. Done. Disconnect, dissatisfied, disappointed, but disconnecting from the past. Okay, there we go. That's what I have for you, Kevin. Nice reading. Very straightforward. Beautiful reading, Kevin. Thank you for allowing me to tap into your energies. All right, here we go. Number 4, Geo. So Geo is number 4, 5, Caroline, 6, Charlene, 7, Sheila, 8, Linda, 9, Sonia, 10, Lucia, 11, Alta, and 12, Tina. Remember, guys, to put the hit the bell. The thing is, when you hit the bell on the channels, you're alerted when things happen, when things change, or when I have messages that I want to give to you, or when things move around. Like typically today, I canceled the 12 o'clock and then I put it at 5 p.m. the live, and now I'm putting back at 12. If you hit the bell, right, you always know what's going on, and you'll get an alert when things are happening here, specifically on Sundays or when I come on live, if you're interested in that, because I see people coming in, and I'm sure some of you weren't really aware of what was going on and, of the changes, and don't see the messages. And I know. probably not your priority to see YouTube messages. I get it. But if you want to be there, here, and get your reading, you know, and not be disappointed, that's how you can get the information. All right. So for Geo, 5 Caroline, 6 Charlene, and we're at Geo now. All right, Geo. What do we need to know for Geo? Scorpio, what do I need to know about serious love coming in? Okay. So JD, yeah. Yeah, sorry, JD. That's, you know, so make sure you hit the notification bell, guys, so you can get information in real time. Dorothy, Chucky. Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Chucky. Welcome, welcome. Beautiful to have you here. Mancy, right? If you want a personal tarot reading, join membership. Click the join button down below, right next to the Card Minds logo, or click the join membership in the top of the chat. It's pinned. Pick a tier and you're good to go. That is how you can get a personal tarot reading during these lives. Hi, Tina. All right. Geo. Let's move forward with Geo. Hi, Deborah. All right, Geo. What do we need to know in love? Serious love coming in for Geo. So what do we need to know in serious love coming in for Geo? Yes, Tina, I put you on number 12. And that's, and here's that fool again. Yeah, so I put you on number 12, and that's going to close the session. Again, put the notification bell, guys, on. If you want to know exactly what's going on when I change things, or when I can't, you know, when I need to change times, or make sure you hit the notification bell so you know what's going on. All right, here we go. I'm not sure, but I might come on during this week. So if anyone's interested or wasn't able to get a reading today, I might come on tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow at noon or 1 o'clock. So just putting it out there if anyone's interested. Hopefully I can do it. All right, because my schedule keeps changing. All right, Geo, here we go. What do we have for Geo in love? What do we have for Geo in love? What do we need to know for Geo in love? Geo love. And Geo Scorpio love. All right, what do we have here? Page of Wands, King of Swords, and 6 of Pentacles. What do we have for Geo? Ooh, an Ace of Pentacles. Is there one more card for Geo Scorpio love? Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So is there a younger Aries, Leo, Sag around you popping in with this page of wands? A young energy. Someone there. There's a little early stages of something. Some excitement there. Aries, Leo, Sag, younger person. Sort of curious, eager. Okay. Now, moving on to the King of Swords. So are you, or is this you, are you eager? Are you open to relationships, connecting with people, talking with people, flirting with people, right? But then we have this King of Swords here where, you know, being in your mind, like being very clear of what you want, being very clear of what you want in love, but also being very rational and wanting to lead the way. And maybe there's a little struggle there with emotional, you know, sharing your emotions, right? This is something maybe that, like, you know what you want, you're very clear on what you want, typical Scorpio, right? But then when it comes in, it's difficult for you to share the emotions and to open up and to accept the person in front of you. So we have the Six of Pentacles. Again, it's about finding that balance of give and take in love. Being, you know, having that care, that reciprocity. Is there fairness in love? Is there an equal give and take? That is important for you, but at the same time, you have to open up emotionally and you have to accept to share. There's an Ace of Pentacles. So there's a new grounded beginning in love. It's promising. There's a connection there. There's a long-term connection, right? And it's an intentional connection. When I mean that, it's like it's a connection that starts with intention and care. So there is something there. We'll pull a card, see who this is, what this person is all about, and what this dynamic is all about. But we also have the Seven of Pentacles, you know, reflecting a lot, waiting for results, waiting for more love, waiting for the person to come in, waiting for it to come in the way you want, and waiting for the results that you want, the way you see it. Wow, that's coming in strong. Wondering if this is all worth it, worth the investment, worth your time, worth waiting, worth any of your time. Because you keep waiting for, you know, something that you imagine, and it's the perfect picture, and that's what you want. And that's the way you want it to come in. Anything else, you're sort of like, that's not what I want. That's not what I'm waiting for. That's not the person for me. So really, that's not the love I want. So I'm just not going to deal with it. But here, there is something here. All right. So what is this all about? What is this? There is something there promising. What is this page? This page. Well, we have the Page of Wands. Can be an Aries, Leo, Sag. I don't believe the King of Swords is someone. The King of Swords is you. Being very sharp on what you're saying. What is the Ace of Pentacles all about? What is the Ace of Pentacles all about? Who is coming in here? Who is coming in here for Geo in love? Well, maybe you're meeting someone in the job, or someone that sort of does the same type of work you do, or maybe you're collaborating and meeting someone in a professional environment. That's a possibility. Teamwork. I do feel like Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups. So I do feel like you have made the decision before to walk away from something emotionally unfulfilling despite comfort, despite maybe, feeling comfortable with that person or feeling comfort with that connection and walking away because you want more or you want that vision for yourself that you've always imagined. And there we have the, ah, you walked away from something, you walked away from something, and then you have the Judgment, which tells me that you really want to walk away from something, and are you giving a second chance to someone? Because, you know, this is about reaching out, wanting that union, wanting that spiritual union, but also having this awakening on someone, on a karmic relationship or on a dynamic, a connection, a person, and taking a second chance and sort of forgiving yourself and the other. There's a healing process there, and there's a real awakening on a second chance in a relationship. Maybe someone in your job, maybe someone you met in the job, or someone you connected with in the job, or someone you really liked in the job, or in a professional environment, or as you were working on something. Okay, so what is this? Let me take this. What is this Judgment all about? There's an awakening here. So you stepped away from something that was safe but unfulfilling for you, and now you're second guessing it, and this is someone that you worked with. Yeah, okay, so there's sudden communication there, there's sudden movement there. Sudden communication. Is this someone that you're contacting, that you're connecting with? I do feel like this is, yeah, quite sudden with the Eight of Wands. Like messages flying, right? Sudden, like quick move on a relationship, like a whirlwind all of a sudden. Or maybe it was a whirlwind, maybe it was passion, and that's what you left behind. Yeah, and then there's ego involved, and then it can be a Sagittarius, doesn't have to be, but it can definitely be a Sagittarius, and you're like, this is not for me. You're a fun person, you have a great personality, but you don't take your responsibilities, and you're not the vision that I would like in my life. Wow, this is very straightforward, but I'm not surprised because being a Scorpio, I'm not surprised. But I do feel like maybe there's a second chance there with someone that you have connected with in the past. I'm going to leave it at that. All right. And that was Geo. Thank you so much, Geo, for allowing me to tap into your energy. I'm going to move on to Caroline, Capricorn, General. Caroline, Capricorn, General. Hi, Carrie. How are you? I'm sort of closing off the... You're welcome, Kevin. Yeah, I know, guys. I know I shifted things around today, so I understand if some of you are late or didn't know or thought it was at 5 o'clock. I get it. But already at 12, so I'm going to leave it at 12. I mean, you can stick around a little bit if I have a little energy after 12, but I can't, you know how it is. I can't guarantee. After 10, it gets a little blurry. So I know. That's why make sure you hit the notification bell. I know it sounds redundant because no one wants to hit all these bells and do all these things and get all these messages from YouTube, but that's the way you can get messages when I move things around or when I have something to say to you guys, and it pops up on your phone, or else you're not going to see it. If you don't hit the notification bell, you're not going to know what's going on. Okay. Sorry about that, Carrie. All right. What do we have for Caroline, Capricorn? Caroline, Capricorn. What do we have for Caroline, Capricorn? General. Right? General. Yes. Capricorn. Caroline, Capricorn. General reading. What are we met? What messages do we have? What do we have for Caroline? Hi, Caroline. All right, let's see what we got. How you doing, Caroline? Knight of Cups. Remember to hit the like button, guys. Hype the videos if you can. Hype your video of the week if it came out already. All signs are up to Sagittarius. Knight of Cups, Six of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Page of Swords. You have something new coming in? All right, so let's see. Is this love interest? Is this water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, love interest coming in, Prince Charming coming in? Still job hunting? Yeah. What is this Knight of Cups here for Caroline? So you have this passion coming in. Let's see if this passion is love or is this, but you do have the Six of Wands, which tells me that this is, you know, something you're proud of and something you're rewarded for. You're curious about this. You've asked a lot of questions. You're planning, you're preparing, you're organizing yourself on this. Who is this? All right, so is this a person coming in love? Or is this a passion of yours and a mission that you have professionally? What is this Knight of Cups here for Caroline? King of Swords, okay. You're clear. It's a strategy. Very clear on your strategy. Okay, so you have a strategy. It's competitive. You're working on something. You're working on something that's competitive here with the Five of Swords. I feel like this is there's a lot of competition involved. There's a lot of mental manipulation involved here. Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Swords. So if this is a passion of yours, this is going to demand a lot of independent thinking, right? Really being sharp and really taking your distance emotionally and staying balanced. I do feel like there's who is this King of Swords? Is this you, or let me just, what is this all about? King of Swords, Queen of Swords. This is about money. This is about clarity on money and clarity on, what is this clarity on? An offer. So you're getting an offer, getting a job offer, or getting an offer of something. and you're very clear on where you stand. Very clear on where you stand. There's disappointment in the offer, not enough money, but then you have a very clear strategy. So even if this is competitive or you feel like people are sort of manipulating you, you're standing your ground. You know exactly where you're going. Okay, so you have the Two of Wands. It's progressing forward, but you're still in the stages of preparing, of planning on something. Follow your heart, follow your passion. I do feel like you're distancing yourself from someone or from an offer. All right, Six of Wands. We have conquering, acknowledged, rewarded for your effort. You have victory over that. So what is the Six of Wands all about? Tempo. Take your time. Take your time. Everything in moderation. Don't rush anything. I'm going to take another deck. What is this all about? What is this? The Caroline? You're rewarded for something. So yeah, there's something that has been difficult to obtain that you're competing for. You have your strategy. You're very clear. You have, you've had people that were really disappointing. It's been pressure, disappointment, because you had to prove yourself. You keep having to prove yourself. All right, so let's see. Let's continue on the Six of Wands. What is the new energy coming in? Nice. Okay, so now we have the World. Yes, there's disappointment and there's endings or people that you trusted that, deceived you. And we have the whole gamut here, the whole gamut. But I do feel like you're conquering a new stage in your life and a new stage in your career. Light is shine upon you. With the World, you're entering a new cycle. But it's taking time. Yes, it's taking time. Temperance, all about moderation. And then you have the Judgment. Wow. Rising up to something so much more important for you with the World card and the Judgment. Lessons learned, a lot that you accomplished, a lot of experience even in disappointment, in competition, in losses. It doesn't matter. That experience, that energy is taking you next level. You will be acknowledged. You will have victory. Everything you've accomplished up to now, for the good and for the bad, is really going to enter you into this next cycle. Forgive yourself for choices. Forgive other people for past choices. There's a healing process here. There's a real healing process stepping into this new cycle with a lot of pride. Yeah, again, we have the Three of Swords, a lot of disappointment, but you're getting a wish fulfillment. So if you're wondering why it's so difficult, why it's hard to get a job, why it's hard to connect and, find that new professional path, getting the call back, getting the job, I do feel like all of this stamina that you've put in and all of these experiences that you have, again, even if they're disappointing, they are really here to bring you to the next cycle. I like this. I like this. This is what the World is all about, right? Stepping into a new phase, completing. So you're going to be accomplishing new financial goals, and whatever effort you're putting in, you will be rewarded. Even if you're like, well, no, I'm not rewarded. I'm not getting what I want. I can't find a job. I can't do this. I can't do that, right? This is all for a reason. To begin this really good next chapter, you have the Nine of Cups, which tells me that you're going to be content with this change. But again, the Judgment is about an awakening, right? Reviewing past choices, past career choices, the decisions you've made in your life, and understanding that this awakening can really signal a new career path. But time to act with integrity, with clarity, and clear all that is that you feel sometimes on your shoulders, the pressure, the heaviness, right? The connections that are difficult and difficult to navigate. One more card, please, on the Nine of Cups for Caroline. Yeah, this is coming from family, feeling blocked, feeling stuck, feeling forced to do something, feeling forced to do something in a certain way. And then you do feel like your family, with family values and the family around you, that you feel blocked from them or from those values or from that dynamic within your family, like forced into something. One more card. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Okay, there we go. There we go. Stay wise, stay calm, and know that you have everything now to step up with the Magician. Now's the time. Now's the time, Caroline. Don't doubt yourself. Do not doubt yourself, right? You have the tools to create. You have the tools for financial success. Use your skills. Use your ideas. Use your energy wisely. This is how you're going to move forward in your new cycle. All right, I'm going to leave it at that, Caroline. Thank you so much for letting me tap into your energies. All right, moving on to number 6, Charlene. Number 6 is Charlene. Number 7 is going to be Sheila. 8, Linda. 9, Sonia. 10, Lucia. 11, Alta. 12, Tina. You're welcome, Gio. Thank you, Caroline, for hyping the video. Guys, hype up the videos. You can hype your videos. I don't know how it works exactly, but you can hype videos and it pushes them further in the algorithm. Hi, Charlene. How are you? Scorpio career. What should I focus on now? Okay, let's see what Charlene should focus on now. You're welcome, Caroline. All right, Charlene. Let's see what we have for Charlene. Scorpio career. After Charlene is going to be Sheila. Number 7. After Sheila is Linda. 8. Sonia. 9. 10. Lucia. 11. Alta. And 12. Tina. Yes, Caroline, go for it, right? Don't feel stuck in a corner. Don't feel obligated to do what whoever's telling you what to do, forced to do, whatever. Get yourself out there. You're going to be acknowledged. All right. Let's see what we have for Sheila. No, Charlene, sorry. Charlene. 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 Hold on one second. Okay. Charlene, Scorpio, career. What should Charlene focus on? What should Charlene focus on? What should Charlene focus on in career? All right, here we go. Focus on change, a change of perspective. Focus on doing things differently, sacrificing a little bit. Yep, to move into something smoother. You're not interested in the offers around you. You're disappointed in the offers around you. You're disconnecting from the energy and the offers around you. We have the Lovers and the Eight of Wands. Okay. Well, something, things are on pause. Things are not moving. And they're not moving because it's time to reassess and assess where you stand in your career choices, your financial choices, and to see things differently. The world is different. Things are done differently. Things need to be done differently and understood differently. That's what the Hangman is all about. There's a delay and a pause for a reason, to assess and reassess choices and decisions and the dynamics we've been in. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Even if you feel disappointed with the offers around you, trust yourself. Don't be afraid to learn. Don't be afraid to be curious, to go out and, ask questions and be eager to learn. Be eager to learn. Learn different things. And I always say, it doesn't matter how old you are, being curious is important, specifically right now, because the world is so turbulent and things are so different. If we stagnate at that one spot that we've always been, that one job that we've always had, or the type of jobs we had, or the type of people we work with, the environment, and that's, who we are, and that's what we do, and that's what we've always done. But if things are on pause, there's a reason, right? Always. If it's not coming in, or you feel that disconnect, because clearly there's disappointment and disconnect with what's going on, it means that also your perspective has to change. Trusting yourself. Communicating in a very clear way. Going out there talking to people. Being curious, asking questions, clarifying situations, clarifying what you want. Make it very clear what you want. Make it very clear. Because that's how you're going to make things happen. If you sit and wait, not really going to happen. If you don't profit from this time where things are delayed or not really happening, or, you feel not really going anywhere, and if you just wait this out, you might want to learn something. You might want to go out there and do things differently. Or go back to something, feels like maybe go back to something that is essential for you, that you nurture, right? Something that you really love. And I do feel like you're going to find inspiration there. You're going to find inspiration in something like where you're going back to a source, or back to an energy, or back to an idea, or again, back to something that is really essential for you. That's bringing back your inspiration and your imagination. And there you're going to create your future career. And there you're going to protect your career. Coming into an energy where, you know, you're in harmony with the people around you that you can create with, or the people around you that you can work with, being in harmony with that. Right now, you're disconnected because you're disappointed. You're not in harmony, it's in pause. However, we do have this Page of Swords telling me that you're going to learn something new, or there's a training process somewhere. I like that. And it's very honest. It's a very honest energy where you're going to be connected with others. You're going to be opening yourself up to others. You're going to be connecting with people you really associate with you have a lot in common. It's a really, really good professional choice here that you're choosing here to learn, or that you're curious about. Whatever you're curious about, whatever your intuition is telling you to go back to something or nurture something that's really important to you, that is what you're learning, and that is that good choice here. It's a real good turn of events, and you're really going to be clear on your choice with the Lovers. And the Lovers is about, you know, who you are, what you want to be in this lifetime, the type of job you want, the type of person you are in a job, the type of person you are in your professional life. And you want to be in harmony with your choices. You want to be in harmony with your values, your belief system, your ideas. And this little Page of Swords is changing everything. Interesting. Very interesting. Because this is all about the excitement and the enthusiasm to learn. All new energy here. And then we have the Eight of Wands, which tells me that there's sudden action. There's sudden movement there. Sudden communication. Expect sudden movement. Okay, let's just pull a couple of cards here on this Page of Swords. We're not going to dwell on what you're waiting for. We're going to move on to the Page of Swords. Oops. Page of Swords. What is it you're curious about, that you're learning about? Look at that. That just popped out. Look at that. Ace of Pentacles. Job offer, money coming in, business opportunity, whatever it is, with this King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. A business person, someone that's business savvy, someone that has abundance, that has financial stability. They know how to transform ideas into reality. Either you're learning from them or working with them, or there's a training period with this person. They're offering you an opportunity. Here's your opportunity. All right, and what is the Lovers here? Or no, the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands, please. This sudden movement. I do feel like there's a sudden offer here from this King of Pentacles. It's stressing you out. This sudden movement is stressing you out. This sudden offer is stressing you out because you have to learn. And I wouldn't say it's out of your comfort zone, but I do feel like it's a training period or a learning period. And it's stressing you out because this person is very structured. This person is very powerful. They're not particularly flexible. However, they're in charge, and they're in charge of the structure. And so they're stressing you out. Or this can also be a father figure, you know, or someone around you, you know, that's stressing you out. But I do feel like this is stressing. Why is this stressing you out? Why is this giving you anxiety here? Why is this Emperor giving you anxiety, Charlene? Because it's time. Because it's time to move forward and time to transform. Your manifestation powers are really running high, and it's time to make it happen. But it's stressing you out because it demands order, structure, and you're like, wait, ooh, that's stressing me out. But it's time. You have everything you need. If you're doubting yourself, no, you got this. Do you have the experience? Do you have the knowledge? Do you have the tools? Can you do this? Is the right timing? Are these the right people? Do you want to hack it? Well, then again, it's free will, free choice. Like I always say, free will, free choice, right? These are just cards. These are just energies. And then you guys do whatever you want with these energies. But there's a powerful offer here. But at the same time, it's stressing you out because it makes you have to step up. And then maybe there are doubts. Right? It's making it, but no, it's time. It's time. It's completely time. You're powerful. You can do this. You have everything you need to do this. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust it. It's also divine timing, the right timing. All right. I'm going to leave it at that. These readings are really, really, wow. 2026, man. These readings are, how can I say? There's no BS here. This is just to the point, and there's no sugarcoating. There we go. There's no sugarcoating. So I'm just giving you it. I'm just, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving it to you like it is. You're welcome, Charlene. There's no sugarcoating in these 2026 readings, and I do feel like this year is going to be like that. It's like do you get the message? Basically, that's what I'm hearing. Do you get the message? Okay. Jeez. Jeez. Thank you, Charlene, for letting me tap into your energies. But it goes for everybody. You know, don't think it's you. It goes for everybody. These messages are really, really, really sharp in their delivery. And remember, guys, and I always say that for anybody watching, tarot is not a scratch ticket, right? It's light, it's energy, it's messages, right? Free will, free choice. The point is to accompany you, right? Not to convince you. All right, moving forward on to Sheila, number 7, Leo, career. Sheila, number 7, Leo, career, followed by Linda, number 8, Sonia, number 9, Lucia, number 10, Alta, number 11, and Tina, number 12. And Sonia wants bumper stickers. Why not? We love bumper stickers. Maybe that'll be my next step. Maybe I have to do that in 2026. There's so many things I would like to do with this channel, but there's also time that I need for this channel. So I don't know. See, I have to make choices too. All right, Sheila. What do we have for Sheila? Leo, career. What do we have for Sheila? Leo, career. All right, Sheila, let's see what we got. Leo, career. Remember, this is number 7, followed by Linda, 8, Sonia, 9, 10, Lucia, 11, Alta, and 12, Tina. Hi, Sheila. All right, let's see what we got, Sheila. Temperance. Knight of Cups. The Star card again. That Fool and the Star and the Temperance. And the World. Wow. Okay. There we go. Cycle. New cycle, Sheila. New cycle. Celebrating with the support of your friends or having the support here in this new cycle. So you're moving into something completely new. Trust yourself. Let's see what this is all about. Is this a passion of yours? Is this a mission you have? Is this something you really believe in, that you want to move forward on? Let's see. What is this? It's coming in slow. Temperance, right? Take your time. This is all demanding a lot of patience. Okay? This is not fast moving. But let's see what the Knight of Cups is all about. Yes, life is hard, Sonia. You're right. Nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. Knight of Cups. That's why the messages are very, very sharp, you know? All right, so what is this Knight of Cups all about? So, Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands. It's exciting. There's a lot of energy forward here. Action. Swift action. You're turning an idea into reality here. But you feel unsupported financially, or feel left out, or feel like it's not going anywhere. All right, let's keep going. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. You are going to be moving into a different phase, a different cycle. You have to prove yourself, or you do feel you have to prove yourself. There's tension. There's tension there. You will, this is freaked out but persevering. You are going to persevere. One more card on the Nine of Wands. And then we'll move forward onto the world to see what you're celebrating. Okay, there's the Strength card. Willpower. Willpower and strength. Willpower and strength. Finding structure, financial structure, discipline, or working with an authority in the business, finding a stable income. This can be a person that you worked with, but you feel that didn't support you. This can be someone that is in charge financially, a boss, a manager, or someone around you, you know, older, can be a father figure as well. But with the Strength card, I do feel like this is about financial patience and self-control, right? Slow and not avoid any impulsive money choices here. This is about having the inner strength to build, you know, to not abandon ship as soon as we think we have to, we feel like we're pressured or we have to prove ourselves, right? There's an older person around you, you know, that is in charge here. All right, so wait, who is this Emperor? This can be a partner, this can be a boss, this can be a manager, this can be a family member, older. Who is this Emperor here for Sheila? Who is this Emperor? Oh, there they are again. You're disappointed. Okay. So you're disappointed with this Emperor, whether it's a boss, a manager, or someone around you that has power, that's not very flexible, right? But very controlling. You're really disappointed in them, or you're disappointed in the offer they're giving you. So there's a disconnect there. There's a disconnect. Like, I don't want to deal with them anymore. I didn't like the offer. They promised me something. They keep having me have to prove myself. I don't like where this is going. But trust yourself. All right, so where is this going? This Emperor is very, very present here in the reading. All right, so you have an offer. Beginning, little, but this offer is good for your long-term financial income. This is a good offer. So is this a different offer here? Is this a different offer here for Sheila than the one with the powerful Emperor here? Is this a different one, or are we talking the same energy? Where is this offer coming from? Where is this new energy coming from? There's You're developing new skills. You're there's a new opportunity here, and developing new skills with this new opportunity. So where's this opportunity coming from? It's taking a minute. Okay. Step by step. And you're but you're still disappointed. You're still in that same vibe. See, here's the thing. It can be also the same person that's offering you this, and because you're no matter what the offer is, and I do feel like this offer or this opportunity, you're thinking long term. And I'm going to pull a card on the Ten of Pentacles because this is long term financial income. So, but in you, you're still disappointed. It's not enough. I keep having to prove myself, but persevere, persevere, persevere. What is this Ten of Pentacles all about, right? Give me, what is this Ten of Pentacles all about? Why is Sheila so disappointed? Oh, because you're waiting. It's taking time. It's taking time. But it's long term. And you're going to see sustainable results. So persevere. Persevere. You know what, guys? It's not all about instant gratification. It's not all about instant gratification, everything going very quick. We get money quick. We get our answer quick. We get what we want right away. Persevere and be patient. You have 2 times the Temperance, which is all about moderation and perseverance and patience and finding that financial balance, right? Avoid extremes. It's a good time to also heal financial habits. One more card, please. You have the support of your friends or the people around you. Persevere. I don't know how to say it any other way. Yeah. Have your strategy. Be very clear on your strategy. Don't take any BS. Your perspective is on point. Your patience is not. Let's just put it that way. You have a new goal. You have a new financial goal. You have a strategy. And this is not about emotions. Again, this is not about emotions. This is about finances, job, career, making choices, and being very clear on where we stand. No, too many cards. Is there one more card on this Queen of Swords? Is there one more card here? Yeah, there's the shake-up, there's the Tower, the awakening, crisis, whatever it is. But it doesn't matter. You're juggling a lot. There's a lot going on. It's like on 4 burners, you know. But it's also about flexibility and making choices and making very clear choices to move forward in something more stable or a healthier foundation. Persevere. There we go. Nothing else to say but persevere. That's what I keep hearing. Persevere. Sorry about that. But, you know, these are energies that are not easy right now. And we all have to persevere, whether we want it or not. But what I do feel with these readings is that all of us are confronted with the same energies of change and the same energies of having to open ourselves up to different ways, whether we want it or not. Quite frankly, the other day I was telling a friend, I'm like, I'm so tired of my phone. I'm so tired to have to be linked to my phone like an umbilical cord, and that life doesn't exist anymore without my phone, and I cannot do anything without my phone. It gives me such a sense of control of society that really doesn't put me in a good space. And see, that for me is something difficult. I like to have the choice. I like to have the choice of thinking independently and not having to do exactly the way everybody else does it. That's my personality. But it's hard for me to think that my life, my well-being, my financial well-being, or whatever, my life cannot exist without a phone and without that little object. I know. It's just drives me a little up the wall. You're welcome, Sheila. You're welcome. Yeah, the phone situation, oof. Everybody just, looking at their phone, being with the phone, everything's the phone, life is the phone, phone, and that is it. That's all that exists anymore in life now is the phone. I'm having a real problem with that. Right? Everybody has their own thing. That's me. And I utilize it. Look, I'm utilizing it all the time. Don't have a choice, but I have a real problem with that. Phone. All right. Moving on to number 8, Linda. How you doing, Linda? How's it going? You agree? It's driving me up the wall. But, we don't have a choice. Again, we don't have a choice. That's the way life is. It's nothing but the phone and nothing but the phone. And that's what life is all about now, the phone. See, it's stressing me out even. And I understand that it serves so many amazing purposes. And I understand that it's making life go so much faster and things are so, instant click. I get it. Baby steps. Okay, baby steps. Linda, baby steps. Baby steps are good. Baby steps are good. Yeah, and honestly, I'm lucky that most of my jobs, not most of my jobs do not require, to work with my phone. That is fantastic. But after that, life without a phone is not a life. It's just, I can't. Anyway, it's the lack of choice that bothers me more than the technology, if that makes sense to you. All right, here we go. Linda, how to navigate financial challenges. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see how to navigate. Yes, phone holiday. Yes. And I do feel like, sometimes when we forget our phone and we're in a panic because we can't be without our phone every step, every second of the day. But if we can allow ourselves to just breathe a little bit and do something else and be without it for a minute, that's just luxury now. It's pure luxury. Well, how about when everybody's around a table and enjoying, family time or friends or just going out and everybody's on their phone? No one speaks because everybody's watching, whatever. I'm not naming names. But even if you put it in the trash, the thing is that, you know, most things, I traveled recently and every day, well, I was in stressed and high anxiety because of the family situation. But every day at the same hour, imagine it or not, I had a panic attack because I thought I lost my phone every day at the same hour. And I'd be with my family and be like, Card Minds, what is going on now? Again, you lost your phone again? And I didn't lose it. I never lost it. It was in my pocket. It was in my bag, but I had a panic attack every day because it's particularly when you're traveling, if you don't have a phone, that's it. You don't have a plane ticket, you don't have, you can't, yeah, you can't do anything. You cannot do anything without your phone. So um yeah, that's how crazy it is in my mind, the panic attack every day. Yes, it's just, and our brains, and I think that, the kids now, they don't know any other way. um So for them, everything's natural. They never knew anything else. Um, but I think for the older generation, it's just like, I just don't want to be, I just don't want to have this umbilical cord with me where I cannot, function or can't do anything if I don't have it. It's just, anyway, let me move on. I'm rambling now. Sorry for the ramble. All right, Linda, let's see what we got. Sorry, guys. Apologies for the ramble. Let me get moving on the readings. I'm not even going to get into the state of mind of the kids. Let's not even get into that. All right, here we go, Linda. How to navigate financial challenges. Ten of Pentacles. Oh, but don't get me wrong. I know it's, it's amazing in so many ways. I'm not that, I'm not in the woods, but it just, at some point, it's too much. All right, Ten of Pentacles, King of Swords. What do we have for Linda? Queen of Cups. Two of Pentacles. What do we have to navigate? So we have the Ten of Pentacles. We start with the Ten of Pentacles. There's the Temperance again. Patience, patience. All right. So think about your legacy. Think about your money as your legacy. Think about your money as long-term financial income and stability. But also think about, and you're Sag, you have to have a goal and you have to have a strategy and you have to be very clear on that strategy. You have to be in charge. Educate yourself about money. Gain experience about money. Like, be very sharp in your financial decisions. Think wisely. Let's see. All right, let's see what we got here. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. No, not this. Okay. Ten of Pentacles for Linda on how to navigate financial challenges. Plan, prepare. Always plan your next financial move, your next big move. Ace of Wands, nice. I feel like you've been planning something or working on something. There's progress forward here. There's you're taking on more responsibility in something, or there's progress in something. What is this all about? Is this about investment? Is this about financing? Is this about your income that you're working on? Oh, and here we have the Fool again, detaching yourself from obligations. Okay, think independently. Think independently. I do feel like here, with the Fool, you have a new financial beginning here. You have a new financial beginning here that's bringing in, long-term financial stability. So are you relocating? Are you investing in something? You're preparing, you're planning, you're working on something. You have a vision. You have a vision. Trust your vision. I do feel like there's the beginning on something. So did you invest in something, or are you investing in something? Or are you planning to invest? What is this all about? It's new. It's new. Again, we have the Fool. Embarking on something new and trusting yourself on something. Okay, so what is this Fool all about? Yes, again, I feel like a lot of plan, prepare, take your time, analyze, strategize, don't do anything last minute, commit day to day, make sure you're very clear on budgeting, make sure you make very wise choices. We have the Queen of Cups, very wise, very emotional stable, and the King of Swords, very sharp, intellectually sharp, and having a strategy and having that goal and keeping to that goal, sticking to that goal. So there's something there that you're working on, and take your time. It's going to be step by step, but make sure you really plan everything out. Dot your I's, cross your T's, know who you're talking to. Eight of Swords, you feel pressured in doing something. You feel pressured. Okay. You're hitting a crossroads. You're going to have to choose between two financial options. And you're going to have to address issues or address something that hasn't been addressed before. No, I'm not taking these. One more card here on the Two of Swords. You're going to have a choice. There you are, Linda, in all your glory. Powerful, charismatic. So you feel pressured to have to make a choice, a financial choice, or choosing between two directions. What is this? Wait, let me change decks. What is this Two of Swords all about? What is this decision that Linda has to take? What is this crossroads here? It's challenging. Take a breather. Take a breather when you have to. All I can say is patience and also planning and preparing. No, not this. What is the... Let me put this back in. Two of Swords. What is this decision that Linda has to make? Yeah, you're really thinking long and hard. Think independently. If you're investing in something, if you're managing your finances, if you're trying to find solutions, financial solutions, you're waiting for answers, or you're not quite sure, just make sure you think independently. Take your time. Take your time. You will come up with the answer. Don't rely on outside advice, or don't rely on social media. Don't rely on distractions of the world and it's just going to come and the universe is just going to do it for you. No, it has to come from within. What you're planning, what you're preparing, what your vision is, it all comes from you. We have 2 times the Two of Swords, which tells me that your decision is uniquely coming from you. It demands a lot of reflection, a lot of assessment and reassessment on where you stand financially and in your life, right? And maybe even a little financial withdrawal, right? Stepping out of the game or disconnecting a little while for a reevaluation on your savings. Again, maybe downsizing, maybe a solo career and changing paths. But think wisely before making any kind of decision. Reflect before acting, really. Wisdom over wealth. Wisdom over overreacting or instant gratification or clicking on something for, for a quick fix. Wisdom. Because everyone's out there for their own gain. Everybody's out there with their own ego. Don't trust people. Do not trust everybody. Do not trust everybody. And we have the Death card, the death of a cycle. And I do feel like this Death card is you now understanding that it's the end of a cycle. And now you're moving forward in a total different way. And here we have the Fool and the Ace of Wands telling me that it's a new beginning. And you're organizing yourself, you're planning, budgeting, finances, your choices in a very independent way and in a whole different way. But again, quick fixes, quick decisions, instant, solutions. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. Take your time to really fact check, back check everything, know who you're speaking to, know what you're doing, and plan everything else. Take your time. I feel like I've been saying this a lot. There's a real, is it dichotomy? There's a real, it's the outside world is so strong and so quick, and everything is so quick, and everything has to be done in the second, and that's how we have to move forward faster and faster and faster. And at the same time, the universe is asking us to slow things down and to think and to assess and to understand exactly what we're doing and exactly who we're talking to. There's a real dual energy going on, a very big dual energy. So as much as we want things to go very fast and get answers fast, make money fast, evolve fast, as much as we have to slow down to make sure we know exactly what we're doing and exactly who we're communicating with and what type of information is going on. That's my message for Linda. Another profound message. That was number 8. I'm going to move on to 9, Sonia. Number 10 is Lucia. 11 is Alta, and 12 is Tina. Hi, Kimberly. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. If you're interested in a tarot reading, click the join button down below, or the link on the top of the chat. You can pick a tier, whatever you want, and that'll give you access to a tarot reading during these lives. You have to be, very clear on your strategy. All right, here we go. Sonia, Leo. Oh yes, so She's Pisces, he's Gemini. So let's do this the way we did last time. So I'm not going to take these cards. I'm going to take these cards. We'll do this again. So he is Gemini and she is Pisces. Okay. Let's see what we got. Come on. Okay. All right, Sonia, let's see what we got. We have on the right, okay. On the left, Queen of Cups, Pisces, your daughter. And on the right, King of Swords, Gemini, her boyfriend. Let's see what we got. Queen of Cups. Am I taking? No, I want to keep these cards. Queen of Cups. All right, so let's see what his energy is. Let's see what his energy is. King of Swords. Gemini is Sonia's daughter's boyfriend. What is their energy right now? Gemini energy. What is their energy right now? He feels stuck. He feels stuck in a family situation where family is important. He feels pressured to do things a certain way, and he just feels stuck in that dynamic of family, harmony in the family values, family is important, all that. So he feels stuck in that. But I do feel with the Six of Swords, he's going to get out of it. He's going to move out of this feeling stuck thing. He's going to move out into something smoother. Let me pull another card on him. All right, more on this Gemini. What do they have in mind? No. Give me one moment to shuffle these cards. Again, a little bit. What other, ooh, hold on. Let me shuffle these cards. Let me shuffle a little bit. What do we have here for a Gemini, Pisces boyfriend? What do we have for Gemini? They feel blocked, stuck, pressured. They feel they want to break. They want to break. But I don't feel like it's a break. Let's keep going. You know, from, let's see. No, these are not. No, nope. Hold on. King of Swords. Give me more information on this King of Swords. Okay. Fighting over money. Disagreeing. There's disagreement over money, family money. I do feel like, is there a competition there? Are they very competitive over this? There's a lot of conflict. yeah, a lot of competition or rivalry or tension, and there's a lot of like flirtation, but through friction, and too many people involved, too many people there, too many people involved in conversations and conflicts within their relationship. And I do feel like these this 10 of Pentacles there, it's like there's a partnership there, and they feel like they want financial stability, and that's what they want for their family. I do feel like this is something, there's a dynamic there where their love language is conflict and their love language is competition. But I also feel like, and they feel stuck in this dynamic, and they feel pressure in this dynamic, but I don't feel like they want out. I do feel like they are thinking sort of on a lasting commitment, and they want to share a home and a family, and right, I do feel like there's that sense of home and building a family. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, family, family, family. Family, family, family. In his mind, in his mind. This is in his mind. They feel like they're putting the work in. They feel like they're growing together. They're learning about each other's needs. But then here with the Four of Cups, there's a little bit of oversaturation, withdrawal, like disengaging. Uh, a lot going on, a lot of stimulus, a lot of disagreements, a lot of people. There's a lot going on there. And at one point, they feel like, it's too much. It's too much. One more card. And then I'm going to move on to Pisces. Aha. Well, there we go. There's the Death card. But the Death card doesn't always mean done, right? The Death card can also just mean the end of a cycle, and they're understanding what they have to let go and what they have to let go of. All right, well, let's see what we have on the other side. Hi, guys. Hi. All right, let's see what we have on the other side. Let me use this deck. Let me see what we have on your daughter's side, Pisces. What is she thinking? What is her energy? She feels stuck as well. Well, there we go. They both feel stuck, and they both feel pressured. Interesting. What do we have for Pisces here? And she feels like she's at a crossroads, and she has to make a decision. What is she going to choose? So she feels like she's at a crossroads and she has to make a decision. He doesn't feel that. He just feels like there's a lot going on. He's committed to making things better. Family first, legacy, a lot of competition, a lot of conflict, but that's their love language, and that's, but he feels stuck in that, though. He also feels pressure and mentally stuck in that. And there's the Death card. So she, on the other hand, feels like, they're at an emotional stalemate, and she's avoiding a decision or a truth in this love, or not wanting to address the elephant in the room, or not being ready to to address it, just being in denial. smoke and mirrors, so she's disillusioned. I feel like she's more disillusioned than he is. She feels that she needs, it might be time for her to make a decision. And family keeps coming up. Family first, family values, wanting a family. Wow. So 3 of Wands. She still believes in something, right? She's still longing and waiting for this outcome, for this happily ever after. She still feels like it's something promising, or she felt it was something promising, and now she feels like she's at a stalemate and disillusioned. But she really believed in this family, really believed in building this family. They both have that. They both have that. But the 3 of Wands here and the Chariot, she feels like there's a purpose in this relationship and she's determined. There's that real emotional momentum there, aligned with goals, moving forward with purpose, wanting a family, wanting to build a family. But they both feel stuck. And she feels disillusioned. He doesn't feel disillusioned. He just feels like it's always fighting. But he feels like he's always been committed to move things forward. She feels disillusioned, and she understands that there's a decision that she has to make. One more card on this 2 of Swords. I almost feel like if there's a, well, he does have the Death card. So is he the one calling quits? One more card on the Death card. She's still, yeah, you know, still feels like this is the end all be all. What is this Death card here for his Gemini here? Yeah, so I do feel like maybe family, marriage. Yeah, he's disappointed. He's disappointed because he really thought he was going to build a family with her, and this was going to be long lasting. So he might call it quits because he's disappointed. She, on the other hand, knows there's a roadblock and knows she's been disillusioned, but is she going to address it or not? Not sure, right, with this Chariot. Because I feel like with the Chariot, she still feels determined that there's an emotional connection there and they can align their goals and move forward with a sense of purpose. One more card on her. So now I do feel like, no, that's not it. Let me shift cards. Or this one, okay. One more card on Pisces, please, here. Her energy, please. Yeah, she's disappointed, and she feels like they're both disappointed. So as we move forward, they're both disappointed, but for different reasons. And she sort of has this, a little bit of mental fatigue here. But she's still guarded. So even when she's hurt, yeah, that's the thing. That's the difference. In other words, even when she feels hurt, she's still guarded in love, but because she's been hurt before, maybe she's still willing to try, and she still has caution there and emotional resilience for this person. And she's still willing to persevere even though she's disappointed, and she understands that she needs to address things. But is she going to? I'm not sure she's ready yet. One more card on him on the death card. I think that maybe if there is calling quits, it's him, but they both believed in this. One more card here. Yeah. So if anybody calls it quits, it will probably be him. But again, these are just energies, free will, free choice. She might want to reconnect in a way. All right. Moving on to Lucia. That was number 9, Sonia. Number 10 is Lucia. Number 11, Alta. And number 12, Tina. Thank you so much, Sonia, for letting me tap into your energies and their energies. All right. Lucia, let's see what we got. Gemini General, Lucia. Lucia, Gemini General, number 10, number 11, Alta, number 12, Tina. And thank you all for sticking around, for everybody still watching. Oh, I didn't see. I'm sorry about that. Yes, see, guys, yes, it was originally later. Hi, Daniel. Hi, Tracy. Yes, it was originally at 5, and then I switched it back to noon because my projects got canceled, and so I was able to come on noon. And that's why I say click the bell, because if you click the notification bell, you'll always know what's going on, and you'll always get alerts when I shift things around. If you don't put the bell, you know, you're not going to get all the messages. So yeah, I moved back and forth today. Apologies for that, guys. Apologies. You're welcome, Sonia. Yes. So yeah, sorry about that. Life got in the way. Life got in the way, but we're back at noon. If I can do noon, I do noon. All right. So yeah, make sure you put the notification bell on so you know. Hi, Daniel. But happy to see you. Happy to see you always. Always happy to see everyone. All right, Lucia, what do we have? Gemini, General. All right, here we go. Lucia, Gemini, General. Let's see what we got. What do we have for Lucia, Gemini, General? What do we have for Lucia, Gemini, General? All right, Lucia, let's see what we got. Lucia is number 10. We are now at number 10. Oh, you were doing a live? It was your live? Is that what you were doing? All right. Lucia, Gemini. What do we have? What are the messages here for Lucia, Gemini? There you are, Knight of Swords. 9 of Cups. The Hermit. Gemini, Judgment. 2 of Swords. There's that 2 of Swords again. Oh, fun. You were doing a live. Well, that was fun. Should have gotten on your live. See what you were up to. Well, I missed your live, Daniel. I would have gotten on your live to have a little fun. All right, let's see what we got for Lucia. Impatience. All right, so you are moving forward, though. You are you've got this quick thinking, rash thinking, on alert, but a little impatient, a little impulsive here. Make sure you're not too impulsive. You're impatient about something, but you're getting the answer. You're getting what you want. You're getting your wish, and you're really impatient to get this. We'll clarify to see what this is all about, what is coming in that you really wish for. You're going to be happy with this. But it's put everything in perspective. And when I say that, it means that you're having to step back from the outside world to pay attention to your inside world. There's either you're processing feelings or processing emotions privately, or processing something that's coming in really powerfully that you want to process it privately, right? Time alone to just figure things out. You're no longer on surface level instant gratification, which you are on here still with the Knight of Swords, impatiently awaiting and wanting action right away. And then what comes in just puts you in perspective, and instead you're sort of seeking truth in depth and the meaning of your life, or detaching yourself from whatever whirlwind energy that has been going on in your life. There's a lot of wisdom there. There's a lot of wisdom and assessing and reflecting on your life. And then we have the Judgment, which tells me that you're making a decision there, a big decision, right? And okay, so this decision, make this decision wisely, right? Think independently. Again, free from social media, from group influences, right? This is about wisdom over cleverness and understanding over speed. Sit with uncertainty if you have to when needed, especially when you have this big decision you have to make. Decision. You're at a crossroad, so you're going to have to decide between 2 options or 2 directions, or to address the issue that you need to address that you haven't addressed up to now. So, know when to act and know when to wait. Sometimes you need to take a minute before you make a decision. thinking it out and assessing where you stand will be more productive than constant stimulation and constant impulsive decisions. Think it out. Take your time. Detach yourself from the immediate experience that we all want, the instant gratification. Yes, it's taking time. Yes, it's taking time. But yes, also, it's important because it feels like either you've been avoiding this, or you've been indecisive for a long time, or it has been taking a long time. Something has been taking time. Time to get the money, time to get the answer, time to figure things out, trying to understand where you stand and to make a decision, whatever it is. Maybe it's job change, right? Maybe you're stuck between two options. Um, maybe you've been avoiding this for a while and now's the time to decide. And Seven of Pentacles, right? Taking time, waiting for the result. There's a pause there to reassess what's working. All right, well, let's see what this is about. So why do you have this impatience? You want things to go fast. You want fast action. You don't want a dilly-dally. You don't want to be waiting for anything. Again, I don't think anybody wants to wait for anything anymore. There's no time for waiting. There's no time for patience or silence or pause. Everything has to be done in an instant. In an instant. Knight of Swords. But I do understand that you've been waiting for a while. You're happy with the result, or you're happy with what's coming in. It's what you wish for. Knight of Swords. What's the Knight of Swords? Aries, Leo, Sag. Being bold. This is bold. You're confident, or you're working with an Aries, Leo, Sag, or there's an Aries, Leo, Sag with you on this. This is bold. Okay. One more card on the King. This is someone you're connected with emotionally from the past. So this is not someone new in your life. This is someone, family, siblings, connected emotionally from the past. All right, so what is this Nine of Cups all about? What is this wish that you have coming in? To get out of stagnation, to get out of the pause. Yeah, to stand your ground. Stand your ground. To defend an idea. And where's it going? It's the beginning of your idea. You're now exploring, moving forward, first steps into something that you really wished for. Yep. Willpower, determination. Willpower, determination. No looking back. You're now moving forward on this project or energy that you've been waiting for, and that you're going to be really happy that's coming in. It's a big decision, though. It's a big decision. What's the Judgment all about? Well, Hermit, Judgment. Yeah, you felt stuck for a long time, pressured for a long time, pressured to do something, obligated to do something, and now you have a new found energy. You're exploring, you're excited. It's new, but it's promising. So this can be a job. This can be money coming in. Wow. Wow. And then you have the World and two Aces. So yes, this can be a job you were exploring, a project you were exploring. You are now moving into a more successful cycle, and this cycle, it comes in after a lot of labor, a lot of understanding, a lot of healing, doubts, disillusions, sort of clearing the way of all that. And with this little Page of Pentacles, you have this new goal, and you're learning, and it's exciting. Might be a side hustle, might be something you really believed in the past. It's new. It's a slow start, but it's new, and it's a solid start. And you have two Aces. Whole new energy, whole new direction, whole new way of thinking, and really, really beautiful new opportunity. That's what I have for you today, Lucia. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energies. Moving on now to Alta, Libra, general reading. Alta is number 11, and Tina is number 12. Well, you have to tell us that you're live. TikTok trying to get good for when I start advertising. Okay, that's good. And are you going to be selling on TikTok? Are you selling a product? Are you selling your product? Is that what you're doing? Well, you have to tell us. That'd be fun. I'll go on TikTok. I mean, I never go on TikTok. I am on TikTok, but I never go there. I don't even have the app on my phone because I have too many apps. But if you're on there, I'd go on there with pleasure. Would love to see what's going on. That's fun. We can go check you out, Daniel. We can go hang out with you over there on TikTok. Okay. Alta, Libra. What do we have for Alta? This is number 11, Alta, and Tina, number 12. And thank you all for anybody that's still hanging out after 3 hours, pretty much. All right, Alta, Libra, General. Oh, okay. You're welcome, Lucia. All right, Alta, Libra. What do we have for Alta? Libra, general reading. Page of Swords, new energies. Page of Swords. New energies. The Tower. Alta, Libra, General. What do we need to know for Alta? What are the messages for Alta? Libra. What are the messages? The Tower. Ace of Cups. Is there one more card? Knight of Swords. There you are. There you are. And Four of Cups. Four of Cups and Four of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Okay, so what is this new exciting energy here that you have, Alta? Curious about something? You're on alert. You're on alert, like a student mind. You like, this is something that you're excited about. This is a new idea or a new person or a new connection or a newfound energy that you have that you're excited about. You do have the Tower. So I do feel like the Tower is shaking things up. There's a moment of awareness. There's a moment of change. There's a moment of truth where you're understanding exactly where you are and you're like, okay, I'm going to do things differently. Now's the time for me to build and to build on something, grounded. So it might be chaotic. There might be a crisis there, but I do feel like it's leading to healing and transformation and really letting go of whatever outdated patterns that you have. It's about spiritual growth. It is about growth, emotional growth. And here you have the Ace of Cups, which tells me that there is either a new beginning of understanding, mental openness, emotional truth on you, on others. There's still impatience there, right? You go from the newfound energy, fresh new energy, seeing life differently after chaos, but at the same time, you're still disappointed. You're still impatient on something. There might be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn involved there. It feels like you're disappointed. So either you're disconnecting with someone or disappointed in someone, in what they have to offer, in who they are, on what they, right? So let's see what you're disappointed in. Are you disappointed in this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn and what they have to give you? Is this a relationship, or is this you just navigating your life in a different way after a crisis? Let's see. What is this all about? What is this Page of Swords all about? Oh, thank you, Bird's Eye. Thank you, Sheila. Wow, okay. So Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles. So you're ready to learn. You're making something real. You're making something real. I like this. Persevering. Having to prove yourself, but still persevering and still believing in yourself. I like that. Persevere. Again, this is what I've been saying today a lot. Persevere, guys. Stay wise. Make wise decisions. Make sure you stay grounded, stable. This is about wisdom. This is about empathy, connecting, and connecting in a very balanced and soulful way. It's not about rushing into anything. It's not about proving that you can do faster than anybody else. This is about accepting the changes and accepting to clear the way for a much more fundamental, healthy foundation. All right, so what's the crisis here? What's the crisis? Why do we have the Tower? What's going on with the Tower? Now, the Tower doesn't have to be some huge crisis. The Tower does it's some huge shakeup. The Tower is that moment of awakening that you have, that moment of clarity where understanding, where you're going to do things differently and you're going to build in a different way and you're going to approach this in a different way. And it's like clean slate. That's what the Tower is all about. It doesn't have to be this huge shakeup. What is this Tower all about? What is this moment of awareness for Alta? What is this moment of awareness? Disappointment. Okay, so you've been disappointed. Not enough. You're disappointed in the past with family or siblings or connections, emotional connections. Doesn't have to be family, but these are people or a person or a location, a place with who you were connected with emotionally, and it triggered you. And this triggered you because it's the ending of something, or you're burned out, you're tired, you're disappointed. So now here we have the Queen of Swords. There you are, no BS. Detaching yourself emotionally from a person, from a place, can be family, can be a family dynamic that was difficult, and you're detaching yourself to be independent. Make your own choices, financially independent, be comfortable with who you are and your own choices. Interesting. Okay, so this can be a family dynamic. And now what is this Ace of Cups? What is this Ace of Cups all about? Well, we do have the emotions, so we do have this breakthrough here. Yep, things are moving fast, a lot of communication, sudden movement, sudden communication. Expect contact and communication over conflict. A lot of people, a lot of people. Assert yourself. There's a lot of people. Everyone has something to say about something. There's conflict over something, but expect communication. And there you go. Expect a newfound energy that you have to move forward, like a fresh start. a clear, fresh start from something that has been complicated with your family or emotional ties to something, a lot of impatience and a lot of disappointment. However, you're moving into something new and you have a newfound energy here. What's this newfound energy? Yeah, moving into something smoother, getting out of this. Yeah, you're disappointed. Okay, you're disappointed and you're disconnecting, but you're moving into something calmer. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, having to make a decision, having to address the issue. Family, I do feel like it's family, and making something official. So you're reaching an agreement. You're reaching an agreement, or you're making something official here. You might be signing something, or you're just reaching an agreement. It can be through courts, it can be through law, it can be through administration, or you're seeking guidance from someone, right, to reach an agreement with your family or get through this. Okay. All right. Last but not least, Tina. Scorpio, general. I'm assuming I just put Tina Scorpio, so I'm guessing it's general. Not quite sure. Let's change decks. Tina Scorpio. What do we have here? Thank you for encouragement. You're welcome. You're welcome, Malta. Yes, general. Okay. Hi, Tina. And thank you, everyone that's still here, still connected in the chat. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Really appreciate. You know how much it's I appreciate, especially in the last leg, you know, the 2-3 last readings. For me, it's always a little you know, the last energies just pushing through. So thank you so much for everyone that's still here. Totally appreciate it, really. Thank you. All right, Tina, what do we have? Tina, General Scorpio. Let's see what the messages are for Tina. Let me just stand up for 1 second. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Shantae, you can join membership. Click the join button down below. That'll, then you just pick a tier, and once you're a member, you can get a tarot reading during lives. Today, we're sort of finishing up the session. It's been over 3 hours, but I might come on again tomorrow live. Don't be surprised if I pop in tomorrow for another live. So anybody that wasn't able to get a reading or came in too late or got confused with all my back and forth, you know, there's might be an opportunity tomorrow to get a reading. So if someone's interested in a reading, join membership if you're not a member yet. Okay, here we go, Tina. And again, thank you. Ladies, thank you so much for being here. I think it's almost banana time, Linda. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Need the energy for Tina. Come on, Tina. What are the messages for Tina? Ooh, nice. Ace of Wands, beautiful. All right, let's see what this Ace of Wands is all about. Family, okay. Family, harmony, bringing harmony in the family. Page of Cups, there you are, Tina, in all your glory. Judgment, okay. You're healing something. You're understanding, purging, okay, and reaching. Oh, are you Are you getting money? Are you getting money from family or people helping you financially? Are you helping others? There's a sense of generosity around you. Um, Weighing, right? Evaluation, weighing fairness, reciprocity, responsibility. Who's responsible for what? Who's giving, who's receiving? There's a transaction there. There's money transaction. And this money transaction is very healing for you. So whether it's people that owe you money or family helping you out financially. I say family, but it doesn't have to be family. These are people around you that might be helping you. We'll pull more cards on that to see where that's coming from. All right, so it's certainly giving you a sense of peace and harmony in your family. All right, what is this? All right, so what is this transaction here all about for Tina? What is this transaction all about for Tina? What is this weighing, right? The fairness, reciprocity, who gets what? It can also be money that is distributed or money that's owed to you, or you feel like it's a fair deal to get your money back, something like that. Okay, slowly but surely, planning this out, preparing. It's not fast moving, but it is regarding family money or your legacy or heritage or yeah, this is about family and this is about money. Family, money. I do feel like this is long term, right? And there's like sort of a mental focus on systems that are going to become legacy. In other words, you're focusing on this goal, on this money that's either distributed around you or owed to you. And this is how you're going to do this, putting systems in place, organizing yourself, planning things out step by step, taking your time, not rushing into anything because financially or, family wise, everyone has to step in to understand what's going on and maybe redistribute or just plan everything out, put systems into place, maybe investments, maybe bank accounts, maybe savings. I do feel like this is something that has been delayed, that's been on hold, that you've been waiting for, that you have really understood that now it was going to go different or was going to be done in a different way or coming in a different way. Okay, coming in a different way. It's like you've been waiting for a long time. Is this family money? Is this money that's owed to you? Wow, and it's exciting. I mean, this is the sun. This is bringing confidence. This is really a positive energy. So this money is making you happy, or this settlement, or this family finances, whatever it is, it's making you happy. Wow. Okay. Ace of Wands. Let's see what the ace is all about. It's a lot of healing. It's a lot of forgiveness. And it's also rising up to something that's more important for you. And we have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Ace of Wands. What is this Ace of Wands here for Tina? Hope is coming back. Nice. Faith is coming. And there you go. I told you. There you go. There's the Ace of Pentacles. So whether this is money that you were waiting for from family or waiting for from someone, it does feel like family. I'm sorry. I'm not seeing anything else but family, or, reorganizing something in your family and reorganizing family or redistributing money. And this is something probably that you didn't hope for anymore, that you didn't believe in anymore. And now you're finally, this is becoming reality. And now you guys are organizing each other. It's making you really, really happy. I'm going to leave it at that because that's pretty much the message I have for you, Tina. I hope you connect with this. I hope it makes sense to you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all the beautiful people that are still watching, that are still connecting. connected now, helping me get through these last few readings. Thank you so much to everyone. And I think I'm going to be right back here tomorrow, probably around 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, if anyone's interested, and particularly anyone that wasn't able to get a reading today, come back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be back for another live. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great rest of the weekend. Take care, and thank you for your amazing support. Thank you to each and every one. Gratitude. Gratitude from the bottom of my heart to all of you. You're amazing. Thank you. Bye-bye.